Check this out, man. See, I'm from Texas, right? Down south, I'm from Dallas, Texas, man. D-Town, right? One thing about living in the South is you run into more people who don't identify as someone who's a descendant of slavery. Most people down south, they're going to tell you that they some type of Indian. They can't even explain it, break it down a lot of times, but they're going to tell you that they are everything other than somebody who has something to do with slaves. And I'm not saying there wasn't no freedmen for all you smart people, but the people who say that slavery didn't exist and all that shit was fake, I wonder how they feel when you have facts like these, like in Dallas, when they found the slave records, because a lot of people try to portray that they had nothing to do with this. It was somebody else's family and it wasn't theirs, but I'm glad they found those records. But let's react to them right quick. Yes, the slave database in Dallas, Texas is real. Yes, it was slaves in Dallas, and yes, Dallas was built on stolen land, right, for real.
Property inventory list and a probate record from the mid-1800s that includes the record of slaves in Dallas County.
This particular book is related to the estate of Francis Daniel, who is also the owner of the Daniels Family Cemetery.
An historical marker at Daniel Family Cemetery, now University Park. The first person buried there, identified as a slave named Old Frank in 1850.
As you have 200 head of horse, $4,000.
In another record, horses have greater value than humans with a darker hue.
And then it comes down to 11 Negroes, $2,000.
Warren knew slave records were part of the county's history.
One black man, Dick, who's $1,000.
But didn't know where they were. He looked off and on for them over the last 5 years.
I probably went through about 50 of my probate and deed books, but to no avail. I couldn't find anything because I didn't have a point of...
What's amazing though is you even have black people that'll tell you, bro, we ain't got no history. After slavery, you know, we didn't know nothing, we couldn't write, we couldn't read. Quit letting people lie to you. Learn your real history. We've always had people who read, write, own their own stuff. Like, we wasn't just piss, poor, dirt, dumb. It's just those people who lived on the plantations. If that's the only place you're getting the stories from, that's what you're going to know. That's why I tell everybody, study your family's history. That's the most important thing, because y'all listen to these niggas just on YouTube spewing some bullshit because it sound good to you. They will mislead you for your coins, man. For real. These niggas will mislead you for a couple of dollars, man. For real. But I think this is a very interesting topic because, like I said, I've had people try to tell me black people ain't shit, we ain't never been shit, or you can't find out where you came from, why they took us from Africa and all. Hey, man, DNA is real. The only people who tell you that shit is people who don't want to know the truth.
Information Officer Allison Olivares stumbled on the history while looking for something else. For her, eye-opening.
Just seeing people just itemized right next to pots and pans, it was just really emotional and impactful.
As it relates to two Negro women of said descendant.
In one case, a judge ordering slaves to be hired out to others after their owner died.
We don't have anything for you to do, but we're going to hire you out to other people that does.
And some property inventories included notations about skin color.
One yellow girl, Jane, $800. And then it goes back, one black girl, Scarlett, $500.
A significant distinction, says John Warren.
The difference between a black and a yellow is that the yellow is an offspring of the slave owner.
This is an area of history that people are trying to erase, trying not to pay too much focus on, and I think it's very, very important.
Maybe even more so with Juneteenth, the date Texas slaves learned of their freedom 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, now becoming a national holiday.
I think we need to focus on what it is we're celebrating. Are we celebrating freedom? Are we celebrating an appreciation of where we have come from?